prosthetic limbs, when going into your college education, was this what you were aiming for from the beginning, or did it just find you in the way?
Do you want me to be really honest about this?
Yeah.
Or sugarcoated?
No sugarcoating here.
So, when I was in my last final year, all my brothers and Zahra, they were studying abroad. So we're 3 brothers and 2 sisters, and my aim was only to study abroad. I don't care which specialty it is.
Well, I feel you.
And
I was there.
I was totally the opposite.
You wanted to stay?
Yes.
Okay.
I couldn't.
I don't understand you, sorry.
Yes.
so we were I was in the first class where they tried this Markaz Qabul Muwahhad, and you had to put your choices. So it was 30 choices, and all of them were just scholarships. And I didn't care. And this was my third option. I didn't know anything about the specialty, and I did not care, and I did not research anything about it. So one fine morning, when the results were out, I was like, yay, I'm going. Khalas, I'm going to UK, and that's me. So I started my foundation. We were 3 girls who went together, different specialities. Once I finished my foundation, I got all my grades, alhamdulillah, to go into this specialty. And I was like, maybe I should go into medicine. Let's go into medicine. So I spoke to the culture attaché, and they were like, fine, we'll get you approval for Dublin to go into medicine. I was like, okay, fine. There was medicine is 7 years of studying. I can't be bothered. Just let's go to prosthetics and orthotics, and let's explore it. So I started first year, and I was like, yeah, really? Do we see this? Oh yeah. And I started learning it as we progressed, and I started loving it as we go through. And then after I finished, alhamdulillah, I got the opportunity to do my PhD, masters.
Before we get to that, okay. Because you just skipped, I feel what is an important switch in mindset here. From when did it turn from, I just want to travel, give me whatever, I'll do whatever it takes, to I love this? I feel that's a big there.
I think throughout my specialty, throughout my studies, our course is quite intense. So we started seeing patients from year 1, and I still remember the first amputee I saw, and my mixed feelings in that occasion where you see someone without a limb. And as we went through the course, you see how much it is, specialized in a very different way. You have the prosthetics with all the different levels, and then you have the orthotics with all the different, fields of it, and then it goes into engineering as well. So we study about material science and how to involve materials, and it was a lot of handwork. So it's not just seeing patient. We see the patient, we take measurements, and then we go and manufacture the devices as well. Wow. I think the switch came back when I was in my 3rd year. I came to Oman, and I was involved in a charity organization called Basma. The idea was that they would go and see different children and ask them for what they wish for. So there was a child, a cancer fighter.
It's like a Make-A-Wish Foundation in the US.
Similar,
right.
Yeah. And he lost his limb because of cancer above knee. So he said, I wish that I entered the hospital, which I left with 1 leg, with 2 legs. And I was still a student then and part of this group, and they were talking to me, yeah, we'll try and, facilitate making a limb to him through khawla. And I was like, okay, guys, hello, I am here. I'll do that for you. And, when I finished the project, and when he, first walked with his limb, I think that was the turning point. It's like when his mother started praying for me, and the feeling of you really feel like your child is walking one more time. And really he entered Royal Hospital as his wish with 2 legs. So that was, I think, I could say that's the turning point. That's when I realized, yes, this is for me.
Yeah. It's life-changing.
Yeah.
It's life-changing when you see your work into another person. Yeah,
I still love, saying children, amputees, children. That's my, area which I'm really passionate about.
it seems like you both gravitate towards that particularly, and I get it, man. Children, it really warms your heart to see that.
It's nice. You know, the first moment when you will like fit the prosthetic limb to them, and you will see them just run around.
Wait, they can run from the beginning?
Yeah, just kids can do anything from the beginning. Really, it's amazing. They're not like adults. You put even it's just a basic, you know, that you have the socket and then you have the pipe and the foot.
Yeah,
they will start running around. It's amazing, really.
Mashallah.
Yeah, I'm taking it, and I imagine. Yeah, you know, I've seen videos. I've never seen a video of prosthetic limbs, but I've seen videos where those that can't hear, and then they give them the hearing aid.
Mm-hmm.
Hate to admit it, always get emotional every time.
Yeah,
I imagine it's that kind of feeling, you know. Then you decided experiencing that and seeing that is something that you want to pursue. Then you went into your postgrad. What was that decision like?
All my decisions are.
Is what? Sorry?
She's a geek like you.
Okay.
All my decisions are like, okay, let's do it. When I was young, I always wanted to pursue my PhD, but I didn't know what stage of my life I would do that. So when I graduated with first class honors, I remember like 2 weeks before my results were out, my friend was telling me, you know, there's a guy, he graduated with first class and he's planning to do his PhD. And I was like, can you do your PhD immediately without your master's? She was like, yes, you can do that in UK. And you know, I felt like there was like a tube light, you know, lighting out, and she saw and I was just silent, and she was like, "Don't you dare!" She just said that to me.
Lish.
I don't know. And then after 2 weeks, when my results were out, my mother was with me in UK to attend my graduation, and I was like, you know, Mama, I can do this. And my mother always wanted that one of her children's to be doctor.
A doctor, yeah. If not doctor, a physician.
Yes, a PhD holder.
Like one person that's not in business, please.
So then she was like, yeah, of course you should do that. And I was like, okay, let me try for it. So there was a scholarship opportunity, which I applied for. And alhamdulillah, I got the scholarship from the university. And then half of it was from the Ministry of Higher Education. I remember Al-Wazira bin-Nafs, she supported me really for this opportunity. So, and then I started my PhD immediately. So I finished in July and I started in November.
There was no break. So am I correct in saying that you're the first person in Oman with this exact speciality, with a PhD in prosthetics?
Yes, with a PhD, yeah. My PhD was actually into orthotics more than prosthetics. I looked into cerebral palsy patients, so patients who some of their brain cells get affected because of the oxygen levels dropping during the birth or after birth, and it causes complications. So that was my main PhD on. And I looked into analyzing gait cycle, basically how we walk. So have you seen, these like 3D gait labs where they do all these animation and gaming applications? I don't know if you've seen...
Like when they do the rigging of the characters?
Yeah, all these markers, and then you get a stick model.
Yes. Okay, now I know.
Yeah, you can use that to analyze how a person can walk and then, improve it. So that was one of my areas which I looked into deeply, is how to analyze gait cycle, and I compared a 2D with a 3D system.
With the first thing you're specialized in, and I struggle to say all these words, by the way, so I'm just going to avoid embarrassing myself.
It took me 3 years.
Alhamdulillah.
It's fine.
So I'm just going to be like, that thing you said earlier.
Yeah.
The thing I'm not seeing how it connects to the field of prosthetics.
The 3D?
Not the 3D, the
orthotics?
The cerebral palsy.
Thank you. Okay.
Can you just teach me how to say that?
You just can't say CP.
CP, yeah.
CP.
So CP is more into orthotics, not prosthetics.
Okay.
It's two different things, and people can specialize either in orthotics and prosthetics, but because our numbers in Oman are limited, so we do both of them. But usually, like in places like in UK, America, because there are a lot of high number of graduates, they would specialize either in prosthetics or orthotics, because they are truly two different specialities in one.
Yeah.
So yeah, CP is more into orthotics than prosthetics.
I showed that. Nobody listening.
Ain't nobody listening.
Ain't nobody listening.